Hey everyone, I'm Clue, and welcome back to our command block tutorial series. So last time around, we built our block mechanic. Today, we're going to build upon that, but using an attack system. So anytime you attack, we're going to trigger a different effect. Now, of course, we set up a system, so this time around, we're going to use that as the baseline, but make it a little bit more complex, because we obviously want to keep progressing and keep advancing our command block creations. So I'm going to set up the command blocks very similar, and then we'll go over them. Okay, so I've gone ahead and set everything up similar to our block effect. So first off, we're generating the scoreboard objective add. We're calling it attack detect since we're detecting whenever the player attacks. And then we're using Minecraft.custom, Minecraft damage dealt. This is the scoreboard statistic that tracks whenever a player deals damage. As for the cleanup mechanism, of course, we're using scoreboard plays reset. Any player who has attack detect greater than 1 is going to have attack detect reset. So this is just a quick on and off style of system that detects whenever a player deals damage. So rather than detecting a damage threshold, we're just detecting every time the player attacks. Of course, we're leaving this off since this is the final piece of the command chain that we want to run. So we want to make sure to activate this command block last. As for our actual effects, we're starting to do something a little bit different. So instead of using the effect give command, we're using execute at. So execute at any player whose score attack detect is equal to or greater than 1. That's what the two dots indicate. We're going to run a second effect or command. In this case, we're doing execute at again. Any entity nearby, limiting it to 1, sorting nearest, within a distance of 2 blocks. This 2 block distance is essentially the attack range of a player, indicating that they attack, they deal damage, and this effect will only occur to any entity near the player. After that, we're using type exclamation mark to blacklist the player, meaning that this second portion of the command can't target the player. After that, we can run our main effect, which is of course run summon Minecraft lightning bolt, using tilde to select the location of the entity we have targeted. So this means in a simple sense, the player attacks, their score goes up to indicate that they have attacked. This command detects that, and then it's going to detect an entity near them within an attackable range of 2. And then it's going to summon a lightning bolt at that entity's location, giving the player the effect of summoning lightning whenever they attack. Then after that, we're just using execute at again, so any player who meets that score threshold, and we're running the particle command, Minecraft electric spark, and then of course play sound, which in this case is item trident thunder, which is the same sound effect used by the channeling enchant, which is very on point because obviously that's what's used to summon lightning. As for our second row here, we're actually running more effects. So again, I'm using the effect give command this time. Any player who meets that attack detect threshold, and we're giving them absorption for 10 seconds, level 5. After that, because we already have a particle effect above, I thought we might as well give them a second effect. So effect give, again, any player who meets that score threshold, haste for 10 seconds to level 2. After that, sound effect. So I'm using a different sound effect because it's very important in a RPG sense. If you're building a map or just creating mechanics for a multiplayer, so it's very important that you think about both visual and audible cues. So we have a visual cue in the lightning, in the potion effects, and of course in our particle effect. Now we have 2 distinct sound effects that the player can hear and understand what they're triggering. We have the channel sound effect for them summoning the lightning, and we have the beacon power select for them actually getting buffs. After that, all we have to do is turn them all on, so switch them all to always active, and of course we're saving the reset mechanism for last, since it is the command block we want to run last in the sequence, as command blocks do operate in whatever order you turn them on. So, if we go over to our training dummy, our nice stationary iron golem, we can of course hit him, and since we're in 2 blocks, so outside 2 block range, inside 2 block range, we're summoning lightning. And of course, we ourselves are getting absorption and haste. The reason I decided to give absorption is at the range we've set for the lightning, the player is of course going to take damage as well. So luckily, our absorption takes the brunt of it, and we can do a lot of damage to our Iron Golem friend. Remember, he has 1000 HP, we are taking away a sizable chunk from him. Now, how could we improve upon this mechanic? Well, I have a few ideas, so let's implement them. So we have 2 effects running, but why don't we now gate 1 effect behind something the player must achieve or have on them to trigger the secondary effect? So we're going to tie in some NBT data. So NBT equals and we're going to search the player's inventory. So inventory, brackets, and now we're going to look at slot. I can remember the syntax. 106B, sorry, negative 106B. This slot is the player's offhand. So right now, we're only running this command if they have a certain item in that offhand. In order to specify the item, we're using ID, and we're going to look for Minecraft lightning underscore rod. Oh, not Rob, rod. This means that this secondary effect is only going to trigger if the player has a lightning rod in their offhand. So if we were to think about this in a gameplay mechanic sense, right now, they summon lightning, and if they have a lightning rod, they're able to absorb the lightning impact and give themselves X buffs. So this creates a dynamic feel to the mechanic, and is what you're really trying to strive for when you're trying to create these fun types of builds. So we'll go ahead and copy it over. We'll paste it into our other ones. So sound effect 2. And now whenever we go and hit our iron golem friend, we still summon the lightning, but unfortunately we do not get buffed. We go ahead, grab out a lightning rod, equip it in our offhand, we now get the buffs as well. So right now we create a dynamic feel to the mechanic. Without a lightning rod, you yourself are getting struck by lightning and you're taking your enemy down with you. If you're able to prepare and carry a lightning rod with you, something that obviously has the function of absorbing lightning, you can generate a better effect from the lightning. And this is just one of the ways that we can sort of build upon the mechanic and start to refine the systems to create a more unique feel. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed.